Hi, welcome to Adjusting Your Heart. I'm Doc AJ Chua, and for today, we're going to talk about 3 self-care tips to manage stress. We live in very stressful times. There's so many people, things demanding our attention, whether they're our family, our friends, our work, studies. And now with the COVID-19, we're also stressed that we might get the virus. We have to keep on disinfecting after a grocery run. And then most of us work from home, which means there are also interruptions. And then we also get stressed because of the slow Wi-Fi. Or sometimes we get disconnected during Zoom meetings. And sometimes we feel overwhelmed. We feel that we can't go on with all of these stresses. So I hope that the 3 self-care tips I'm going to share to you would help you manage your stress. So what is self-care? According to Raphaelia Michael, it is any activity that we deliberately do to help take care of our mental, physical, and emotional health. Is self-care being selfish? No. It's also not being irresponsible. Rather, think about this. If we're very stressed, we get angry easily. And then we are prone to mental breakdown. And if things fall apart, who's going to take care of our family members? So actually, self-care is kind of preventive. And you know what? I learned it the hard way. As I was starting out my counseling profession, after several years, I really got burned out to the point that during that time, I don't want to counsel anyone anymore. It's as bad as that. That's why learning all of these self-care tips helped me to keep moving on. That's why now I'm on my 29th year of counseling. So my first tip is, number 1 is to take a break. All of us need our me time. It's a time we need to chillax, to just relax, especially when we get cranky, when we start getting teary-eyed. That means we are very tired already. And we're already like zombies. Our brain is no longer functioning. You keep on staring at the computer, but nothing comes out. It's time to take a break. So please do at least one relaxing or enjoyable thing every day. But some people would tell me that they're so busy that they can't find the time of the day. But I said, if you don't take a break, you'll break. So please, even if you just spare 15 minutes, do something you like. Actually, diligence is a trait ingrained in my family. At a very young age, I was trained to help with the household chores. Ever since high school, the 3 of us, including my 2 younger brothers, were trained to tend the store before and after school opening because we have a small school supply store near Hope Christian High School. And then during summertime, we also have to tend the store. So I would feel kind of guilty if I take time to rest because I don't want to waste time. And yet, eventually I learned that I should learn to take a break. I'm not advocating laziness, but we should also not become workaholics. So now I learned to take naps. When you go to MGC office, I would take my afternoon nap around 3 o'clock. But don't worry, it's 10 minutes. It's a cat nap. And my colleagues Ate Roan and Ate Pen graciously gave me a nap pillow. It's a very cute dog nap pillow. So you would see me on my desk napping for 10 minutes. And then after I take my nap, they already know it's snacks time. I'll take my coffee break, I'll relax. And sometimes if my office mates are not on a diet, they're gonna join me. It's a time that we relax for around a few minutes, we chat, we eat, we laugh. And you know what? When we do that, endorphins, would go to our brain and it would relax us, boosting our immune system. Studies have proven that coffee breaks are effective because they've noticed that once you give the employees their coffee breaks, let's say some would give them 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the afternoon. After that coffee break, people are more productive. So you need to take a break. Some people, they would drink milk tea. Some people like me, I prefer coffee. Some people would listen to music, read a novel. So taking a break would mean a lot of things for different people. Maybe for some, it's surfing the net, watching K-drama, Pinoy drama, movies, browsing through the YouTube videos, TikTok. So it depends upon you. Some people would play computer games. Some people who are very athletic would exercise. For them, that is relaxing. But for me, when I think of that, I think I feel stressed. But for some people, I heard of some people told me that when they're stressed, they clean. Wow. I said, I'm inviting you to come to my house whenever you're stressed. Some people love to play board games with friends or play with their pets. Some people, of course, after this lockdown, they want to go shopping, go to the spa, okay, have their hair done to the parlor. Some people like me who are extroverts would like to dine out with friends. That's taking a break for us. Or traveling. But now that we can't, maybe just browsing through the photo book would have to do. And in my next picture, I'm gonna show you my cousin Floyd. He's now into hydroponics. He explained to me that this is very relaxing because this kind of planting or gardening, you don't need soil, which means there's no pests. And you can look at his beautiful picture, the harvest. Wow, he was so happy. He posted it in Facebook. And he also had another hobby. It's biking. In case you think he looks familiar, especially for the Binondo people, that's because he has been managing the new extensive auto supply with his second brother Eric for many, many years. So you can check them out at Recto. And my second point is this: ask for help. It's not a sign of weakness, but rather a sign of strength, because it takes humility to admit that somebody is better than us. And we don't need to feel inferior, because I'm sure all of us are good at something else. It's just that there are things that we're really not good at. So you know what you're good at, you just excel in them. And if you think that, oh, I don't want to ask for help because I don't want to burden somebody else. But my friends, what you think is difficult for you might be very easy for others. And remember, they can always say no. And once they say no to when we ask for help, don't get angry, don't get upset. Just give them the benefit of the doubt that they might be busy. Then look for somebody else. And please exercise wisdom regarding whom to ask for help. Of course, you have to start with somebody who's close to you, somebody who cares, somebody who have the expertise, the time, the means, and the willingness to help you. It could also be somebody that you have helped before. It's not that we're asking for payback, but rather it's the bayanihan spirit of the Filipinos. And of course, even among Chinese, we always say that showing gratitude, utang na loob, is very important. And it's really very natural for people who have helped me. It's very natural for me to want to help them back. Okay? And another way to ask for help is to delegate. Like delegating some tasks to especially now we're working from home, right? Delegating tasks to your spouse, to your kids, the helper, your subordinates. So just delegate some of the tasks so that you can concentrate on the things that you are really good at. But when you give your kids responsibilities, it should be appropriate to their age. Of course, it would be easier if you do it, and it will also be easier. We have better results, but the best way to train them is to let them do it and then allow them to make mistakes. And please do not be an OZ, okay, obsessive compulsive, or a perfectionist. Like you would demand that they do it your way. Just let them be. Let them do it their way as long as they achieve the same results, okay? But of course, be wise. You should have some buffer time. Let's say, the deadline is Friday. For the kids or somebody else, you give them the deadline, it should be Wednesday. That way, in case it's not that okay, you have another day, okay, to improve on it. And another way to ask for help is ask it from God. Matthew 7:7 says, ask and you will receive. And that is a promise from God. Let's ask God for strength, for wisdom, for provision, and the right people to help us. And just trust God to answer the best way He wants to, whether it's a yes, it's a no, or it's a wait. So again, my first point is take a break, The second is ask for help. And my last point is just say no. When you work from home, it is very stressful. Sometimes you would get calls after office hours, like your boss would call you, the clients, a supplier. I have counselors calling me at 11 p.m. But now I realize that there are times I have to say no to give way to more important things. There are a lot of urgent things, but sometimes they take so much of our time that we neglect the important things like time with our family, time with friends, time to sleep for our health, and of course, time with God. So let's learn to prioritize. And if necessary, let's turn off our gadgets at a certain time. Of course, if it's your boss, you might have to answer that call. But at first, it's very difficult for me to say no. That's because I'm a people pleaser. I don't want to let people down. I don't want to hurt them. And at the same time, I want to feel needed. And I realized as I grow older that I have what they call the Messiah or the superhero complex. I want to save everybody. But I realized that only God can do that because I get tired. And probably it's also because of the training. I'm the eldest at home and I was trained to be responsible, that I have to accept whatever responsibility comes my way, especially when my mom got sick when I was only 16. And of course, sad to say, some people would make us feel guilty when we say no. But now, I'm wiser. I can say no nicely but firmly, and I make a counter offer. I'm gonna teach you. What do I mean? Let's say somebody said, "Oh, Ate Jeanette or Doc AJ, can I schedule a counseling this week or later at 6 p.m.? I'll check my schedule, and if I think my schedule is too full, I would just say, I'm sorry, I can't counsel you later at 6 p.m., but I can counsel you next week. Or let's say if my schedule will really be full until next week, and of course, sometimes I know that they want to talk to somebody right away, then I refer them. Like I refer them to Dr. Rosa Shao. I also refer them to Ms. Azeni Mendoza, who both graciously agreed to counsel other people. So in case you're a counselor or you are a peer counselor and you're willing to give your time to help people, to listen to them, then just message me. I'll be glad to include you into our list of counselors that people can talk to. Or let's say, I can tell people that I'm sorry, I can't help you with this project because it's not in my expertise, but I can help you in this way. So technically I didn't say no, but I just said that it's either a wait or I'll help in some other ways. So again, my 3 self-care tips to manage stress is take a break, ask for help, and just say no. And you know what? I've told you that I'm open for constructive comments. And Enslim told me that I could do a shout out. And he gave me a lot of tips, not only shout out, but a lot of them. Thank you, Ens. So now for this episode, I'm going to do a shout out for all the people who have messaged in our YouTube channel. Okay, there are those comments. And of course, I thank those who message me through Viber, text messages, who PM me. Thank you very much. So here are the names who posted in Adjusting Your Heart. A big thanks to Marian Pataroque, Gigi Loud, Everyday is Tuesday, Azure Penguin Gaming, Aaron Coy, Mrs. Kim, Washington Alto, Mel Chu, Lin Yong Nien, Stephanie Lim, Davy Manto, A.A. Atinon, Oliver Go, Daniel Shangwan, Pastor Dennis C., Pasita Tiong, Christopher George Chua, that's Christopher George Tan, Vincent C., Talk to Tech, Ann Fernandez, Arlene Nua, Abbott Limhea, Aimee Yanko, Virginia Lorenzo, Julian C., Leslie Ann Yao, Ruth D., Annie A., Sherm Tew, Stanley Yu Cheng, Claire Wang, Merlita Go, Edna Guyam, Mimi Tiope, Prof. Neri, Kenneth Lee, Jason Te, John Erickson Chan, Jocelyn Tan, Jimberly Kagalingan, Willaine D., Angel Yan, Ruth D., Eds Viloses, Gretch Gabral, Margot's Kitchen, I Am Broger, Juliet Walk, Matthew Virgin, I Love My Van, World Hacks, Archon, Everjade, Ceramic Arts, Merce Vlogs, and DJ.84KYTC. Again, thank you everybody for encouraging us and supporting us throughout these 2 months. Until next